about the Oilers with like fondness and I'm like you guys, if you were living in Tennessee the whole time, you didn't care about the
Okay, it
Oilers.
finally, hold on. It finally worked. For those of you who've been waiting for this live, I deeply apologize, but we had problems with Streamlabs. I was signed out of everything. I had to redirect everything. I had to get new stream keys. Anyway, here we are. Hi. Hi, everybody.
What up?
Oh my gosh.
Need to
Oh my
make it
Hello.
gosh.
awkward.
But it's their team. They were the Tennessee Oilers for a whole year, so I mean that's why
I'm
they
talking
rep.
about but they talk about the Houston Oilers with like I
It's
don't know.
still
It's just
it's still part of their team. They still own all the history because Bud Adams is a bitch.
Hey, Matt, do you want to go ahead and do the sharing for me?
I'm
While
doing it
we
right
wait for some
now.
people to log on now that we're actually live.
I'm doing it right now.
Man, that was stressful. I hate when an episode starts stressful. It
That's why I
stresses
was
me.
hope. That's why I was hoping Blake Bedenfield to say something bad about Bud Adams,
Why
but
is.
nope.
Yeah, no, he was
no,
like,
but
I love him. He's
my
great.
whole thing is like again, it's like from someone who was like born and raised in Nashville. They didn't give two cares about the Houston Oilers, right?
I
But
mean
they
they could have
still
because they didn't have a team. They
I'm
could have.
saying it's possible that like that just happened to be the team they chose because they didn't have one. But there's a lot of people like that sort of talk about the Houston Oilers as if it's been like their team and like they're in Nashville. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're
That
saying.
doesn't make sense to me. Like I don't know.
But now it's part of their team. That's why they're repping it. I mean, I get it.
To me, the Titans started in 1999.
Why is this thing cut off half my head now?
Well, apparently 1999 is when the Titans were expanded upon.
Yeah, that's true. That's the year they became an expansion team.
Yes. Yes. I think. Wait, you know what? It was funny because I think it was RJ Ellison that said it
Yeah.
when they posted like the all time like records for all teams.
No, that was Covington. He said that.
Listen,
Oh, he did. Oh,
Yeah.
I expect so much more from him. That's an Ellison move. I was just like you posted about having a better all time record than us, and yet in our last 24 games you've only won 5 times. What like why is this a thing? Why are we talking? Why would you do this?
Wait, what did he do?
He posted like every team's like all time ranking according to like their records of like overall time, and I think the Titans beat out the Colts by like maybe like 4 spots on the list. And then he was just like, "Look, even we're even better than them with all time record." I'm just like, this is this is dumb as hell. But I mean, I don't know. People are bored. This is what the offseason brings.
Well, I think
Stats can be manipulated to fit whatever narrative you want it to.
Yeah.
somebody
Hey.
shared a picture saying that the top 10 Titans and had Eddie George over Earl Campbell. Like,
Because
hey, do you guys just want to run this
Earl
thing?
Campbell isn't a
do
Titan.
what? Do what,
He's an
Sam?
I
Oiler.
said, do you guys just want to
Exactly.
run it?
Go
I'll let
ahead.
you.
We're waiting for you.
We'll run it.
What are
Yeah,
you
see,
waiting
that's
for
the
me
thing.
for?
When I see
Huh?
those
I can't hear you. What?
sorry.
I said, what y'all waiting for me for?
Well,
Y'all got
you're
it.
the host.
I'm sorry.
You're the host with the
I
most.
thought you were in charge of this thing.
I
That-
thought.
That's what we
Yeah.
get for thinking.
I feel like I'm relinquishing my rights at this point. Like,
I
Sweet.
apologize that
got
we
this.
were having all this football conversation on this football podcast.
well,
Sorry,
like,
we didn't talk about the Jaguars enough.
Yeah, hey, what about Lot J, guys? What about Lot J?
What
Fred
about
Taylor,
it?
baby. Fred
We'll talk
Taylor.
Does
about
that,
it.
hold on, we got a comment. Does that all-time record or stats include the records from previous cities and the teams came from Houston and Baltimore? That's from Anthony.
See, that's the
Gonzalez.
thing that we're talking about. Is like that's how it started. This whole thing. It's like for me, like
let's talk. Well, let's talk about that on the podcast instead of on the
Okay.
live where
Well,
it doesn't matter.
We're waiting for you to start it.
yeah. What's up with this? Come on, Sam.
I was waiting for you to share. I'm just being a host
I've
slash mom over here drinking my diet.
I
Pepsi.
shared. I shared. Oh, except for Twitter. Hold on.
Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, our lives, something got messed up. Anyways, everything's been messed up this week. Here we are. So. Anthony Gonzalez also said, I only asked because Indy counts the championships. And that do be facts. FACKS.
Oh yeah, they count the Baltimore championship.
Mm-hmm. How
Eh,
many
I
do
mean,
you
I don't
got?
Because
I'm gonna bring that
it's
up.
not.
Yeah, do you have a Johnny Unitas affection?
I feel like once a team is
No.
sold, like, and moves or something like to that effect, like it no
You get a
longer
new
should
fan
count.
base.
Yeah, it should no longer
The
count.
Chargers have no fans because San Diego hates them now.
Exactly.
The Chargers had no fans when they were in San Diego.
Well, that's what
there were
That's
some
true.
pretty passionate San Diego fans.
that's what people
Yeah,
felt.
all 13 of them.
When they sold the team, when Baltimore sold the team to Indianapolis, they sold the rights, so they took all the.
That's just
Tesmer
paperwork.
said
Paper,
the
yeah.
Titans
It's
are
still
absolute
part
horse
of
manure.
it.
But that doesn't it doesn't transfer with like a fan's heart. Oh, sorry, the paperwork says that I
Fans-
have
fans
to
don't-
love it.
Jesus, you have to be so
One-
like. It
when
doesn't
it comes-
transfer with a fan's heart.
Right. When it comes to the business, they don't care about the fans. They care about the money.
Right, but I'm only talking about a fan's perspective and why fans do that because it doesn't make sense to me.
Listen, you can't justify any of that with Matt Briggs, okay? Because Bud Adams moved his team to Tennessee, so let's just drop it because he's gonna start crying in a minute.
No,
Well, I think that-
I care less
listen,
about. But
I think
look,
that I think Matt
Bud
might
Adams
agree
is
with
getting-
me with this. When I see a Facebook post saying who's the best Titans running back, I don't count Earl Campbell because he's not a Titans running back. He was an Oilers running back, not
agree.
qualified.
I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah,
but there's no Oilers.
exactly. So he can't be
Tesmer
one of the
said
best
I was
Titans running
stationed
back.
in San Diego, and there were some definitely loyal Chargers fans. Also, Tesmer used to be a Rams fan when they were in St. Louis.
So
See,
w-
fun fact.
same
See,
thing with
he would agree with
Somebody
me on
posted
this.
this. I also could not be a Jaguars fan. I don't think if they moved away from Jacksonville, I just couldn't do it.
well, that's the same thing. The Lakers moved to
Okay,
Los Angeles from
But-
Minnesota.
but
Minneapolis, yeah.
what
Yeah,
about this?
there's no lakes in California.
What if, right, and the Utah Jazz is from New Orleans, right?
Right.
But here's the thing with us, the Jazz, we don't think about the New Orleans Jazz. We
But
don't
you still hold
celebrate
the-
that history. We don't
Yeah.
celebrate the New Orleans people. We don't
You-
care
you
about
still-
them. We only
but-
care about like when they were here. So why do the Nashville?
Hey,
Why do the
you know
Titans
what I
fans
think-
care about the
you know what I think
Oilers
of?
stuff?
You know what I think of when I think of New Orleans?
What's up?
Po' boys.
Po'
That's
boys.
what you all are gonna be if you don't stop talking.
Oh yeah,
Like
sorry.
po' boys.
I'm sorry
just-
that we don't have $1,025 to put on the chopping block.
You need to get this thing started, Sam, before we start getting distracted again.
My headphones fell out of my ear, sir. Please do
Oh,
not talk to me.
I'm sorry. Did it fall out at the 1,000 or the 1,025?
No. It was not $1,000. You misread that. It was 200. It said quantity 1, so it looked like it cost a lot more. It was 200, not 1,200.
No, it said 205, and then in the next column over, it said 1,025.
Because it said quantity 1, price 205. I would never spend 1,000. Come on now.
He's
Listen,
worth it though.
I have a line.
You're sending.
I will
Listen,
resend
but you know
the
what? I
screenshot.
kind of got the joke behind that, like with the whole like you guys drafting him top 5, and then like usually you kind of get rid of guys by like the 3rd or 4th year, so it's just like he's kind of on the chopping block before he's actually even on the team.
Hey. New regime.
He's gonna be a hell of a Ram.
Hey, guys, save it for the podcast. Are we done?
Yep. Let's do it.
Oh, don't
Come
worry.
on.
There's plenty more where that came from.
Okay, cool.
I'm never off.
He puts his headphones down. There's plenty more where that came from. And he puts his
And then he
headphones
leaves
down.
and just walks away.
All right. I'll wait till he gets back, I guess. He's probably got to go like.
Just start.
Oh, he had a dog.
Just start.
What happened to the dog? Why is he carrying a dog?
He's doing his best impression of Michael Vick.
Wait, I don't get it. Please explain.
Chris, Matt just said you're doing a Michael Vick impression because we saw you walking by with that dog.
Yeah, because I put her in her fucking cage. All of a sudden, she wants to fucking come alive in the nighttime like this is a Drake record.
Is she gonna
This
is she
freaking
gonna come
awful.
alive?
All
Is she
right,
gonna come
all
back
right, all
alive
right.
out of that cage?
I'm shutting everybody down. You ready? It's already been long enough.
You can't shut me down.
No, ask Clint. I can absolutely mute that mic and then not be able to unmute it afterwards. Yeah.
Clint's
Clint.
different. Clint is different.
All right, here we go. We good? Okay.
We're waiting.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the AFC South Fan Battle Podcast. My name is Samantha Burnett, Joining me this evening for the Texans, I have Matthew Briggs.
What up?
For the Colts, we have Chris Jackson.
I just want to let you know Trevor Lawrence is already on chopping block, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, we'll get into that. For good segue, also for the Jaguars, we have Matt Grieve.
Jaguars would like to send a shout out to our wedding anniversary buddies. That would be our own very Harish and Trevor Lawrence.
Yes,
Congrats,
I
you
couldn't
guys.
Wait to bring that up too. We're gonna
Best friends for life.
elaborate that because I'm so excited about that. And representing the Titans, we have John Hall.
Boy, I tell you, Super Bowl 58 is gonna be fun watching the Trevor Lawrence led Rams team win a Super Bowl.
That's not even right. But I get it.
Oh, sorry, is it a different team?
I mean, never mind. I'm not.
It's not gonna be Jacksonville.
There's not a lot to update on this evening on this podcast. We're done with free agency. We're kind of prepping for the draft. Next week, we have a special guest. Actually, Mr. Jimmy Smith. I dubbed him the Pharaoh today because I think it was CBS. Somebody came out with a wide receiver pyramid, and it was like GOAT, and like I had all these things, and then it was like Hall of Famers, and then it was like franchise greats, and I was like, what? We're not even going to give him MVP status? So I dubbed Jimmy Smith the Pharaoh, but we have his son coming on next week, and I believe he's eligible for the draft this year, right, Matt?
Yep.
So
Yep.
it would be cool to get his perspective. We'll do our mock drafts. Like I said, not a lot to talk about this evening. I do want to mention that we were on a network that I will no longer name because there was something trending on Twitter with the founder who had tweeted some very inappropriate things. And I won't drop names, but it's not hard if you go on Twitter to find it. And a lot of people are having a hard time getting their stuff back. A lot of them have been rebranding. So I wanted to shout out some of our division's podcasts. The Colts have rebranded, and they're now the Blue Stable. And you can find them on Twitter at the Blue_Stable. The Titans are Unfiltered Titans, and you can find them at Unfiltered Titan. And then the Jags, I don't know if they rebranded, but the girl that was running it, she runs Ponytails Talking Pigskins. So, and then the Texans was ran by the guy who got fired by the Houston Chronicle for comparing the girls that were making the Deshaun Watson allegations, comparing them to terrorists is essentially what he was doing. So he got fired by the Houston Chronicle, and that specific show,
he deserves it. Deserves everything he gets.
Yeah, and that specific show, even if they do rebrand, I don't even want to hype that guy, so we're good.
Yeah.
But if you have a Texans podcast, send it over to us. We'd love to hype other podcasts. So definitely check those guys out. We're going to put the link in our group and on the podcast page for you guys to check out their podcast. And it's been a lot of fun dealing with this. My husband, I've been trying to help people get their RSS feeds back. My husband's been listening to me repeat the same story for days now. And so I told them all that I'm going to send them my Cash App, and they all owe me $5 so I can buy them a round of golf when this is all said and done, because it's been just an absolute nightmare. But anyway, with that being said, NFL news. We got to break into it when we first start. Edelman, retired. Already talking Hall of Fame. Who wants to take it?
No.
Didn't,
no. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But they're gonna say he came from the Patriots. He has rings because he was on the Patriots. But I mean, I don't see it. I don't see a reason why. I think they're just looking for something to talk about. And I mean, well, like, what else?
Can I see it like 20, 30 years down the road? Maybe. You can't deny that he did not have an unbelievable postseason career. He did. He leads records of postseason stats. So I mean, yeah, he had a great career, but a first ballot Hall of Fame, absolutely not. Terrible. In the wise words of Charles Barkley, terrible.
Terrible.
Horrible.
Okay, so who's voting for the Hall of Fame? It's like writers and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a huge wave of people who work in sports reporting that are from Boston and are unapologetically Patriot fans. And that's because in 2001, the Patriots dynasty started. So there is no question in my mind that those homers are going to vote him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and when you're a key contributor to a team that runs off as many Super Bowls as they do, you're probably going to get voted in. Like Matt said, he's probably not going to be first ballot, but I mean, if you go back and look at the undefeated Dolphins, the majority of them are in the Hall of Fame, and I think maybe not all of them deserve to be in there because of their stats, but they were part of a special team that will forever be in history. And I kind of think this might be the same case.
Well, I mean, if you do that, then Deion Branch and I mean a whole bunch of subpar receivers deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Wes Welker deserves to be in the Hall of Fame before.
The problem is that he is like, despite him being a maybe shall I be generous, slightly above average receiver, he is the best receiver out of that more recent Patriots dynasty. So it's like the three that they won like since Super Bowl 49. He is the best one they had that wasn't Gronk, and Gronk was a tight end.
Yeah, it's ultimately going to boil down to exactly how they view it. I mean, there's still a lot of guys that, to me, are going to be going into there or that should still be considered. I mean, first ballot, absolutely not. Like, I mean, it's just like give them maybe 10 to 15 years if you want to go and change anything. I mean, I think ultimately it's going to boil down to if you want to go based on, postseason, that's fine. Like, people are now starting to make the case, okay, should Devin Hester be in the Hall of Fame?
Well,
And
we have a
then
couple. We have a couple
Monumental.
We have a couple comments from the group, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Hell no, Brady made him. Brady could have made a trash can look good at catching. He had a
That's
Hall
point.
of Fame catch and a sure-handed slot receiver. I don't think he should get in. I don't think he should get in, but he shouldn't get in over others such as Boselli. So I think this person meant to say I don't think he shouldn't get in. He'll get inducted before T.O. And then somebody else said Hall of Fame is nothing but politics.
T.O.'s already in.
wait, T.O.'s already in. He's been in for like 2 years now.
So whoever, it says Facebook user. I can't see the name of the person that said that. But at the end of the day,
Chris Royal, is that
at the end
you?
of the day, whoever said Hall of Fame is nothing but politics, that's absolutely true. And
That's why I say that there's going to be so many Patriot homers that vote him in, because there's so many Patriot fans that are now NFL writers and analysts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, moving on. I know, John Hall was super excited about the Jadeveon Clowney signing last year.
Yeah, I liked him, but then he showed up.
Or didn't in this case.
I don't know. This is like confirmed, not confirmed. Some of us have.
I haven't heard any confirmed.
He went to a second practice.
Yeah, the Browns were looking at him.
They both have basically said they're interested, but not like I haven't seen anything 100%. But it's looking like Clowney's going to be with Cleveland, and then we have to talk about this, okay? And then we'll wrap up NFL news. So today, I thought it was a joke, and then I was like, "What day is it?" No, it's not April 1st. I don't know.
You really gonna pull this bullshit? I know what you're doing. You're
What?
really gonna do this? Today is the 1-year anniversary of Hopkins getting traded. You really gotta do this shit. You really gotta do this to me.
Of what?
The 1-year anniversary of Hopkins getting traded. You're really gonna do this to me?
No, I didn't realize that. But happy anniversary, Matt!
Congratulations.
Oh my God, I feel so bad. I
Look,
should have got
hey,
you some Skittles. I feel
look,
like such an
That's
asshole.
all I gotta say right there. Look, behind me. That's all I gotta say.
I feel really bad.
Go Cardinals.
I wish it's been such a busy week. If I would have remembered that it was your anniversary today, I would have got you some Skittles. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Yeah.
I was talking about Kevin James playing Sean Payton in a
Oh yeah.
movie
Okay.
about
Yeah.
him. coaching his son's 6th grade football team when he was suspended. Wasn't it suspension?
Oh yeah, for that whole bounty gate, he got suspended for it.
2012, all of 2012.
Yep.
Yeah, so good time. I seriously
That
thought
sucks though.
a lot
like, to
of.
be-
Did you guys see the Atlanta Falcons tweet?
Mm-mm.
They actually tweeted the cover of Paul Blart's Mall Cop, but put Sean Payton's face on it, and the Falcons actually tweeted it out, and I was dying. Like, that is hilarious. Oh my god.
You would think that the Falcons of all teams would stay away from like semi roasting anybody.
Yeah, they really have a hard time trolling anybody with being taken seriously just because.
Well, that year they went to the Super Bowl when they played Russell Wilson and the Seahawks in the playoffs. They played Future the whole time, Future music the whole time during the whole game, just to troll Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, that was before they got embarrassed though.
Yep. And Russell Wilson.
You can troll before that, but once you blow a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl, you are in a timeout from trolling until you actually
love
win.
that's forever. That is forever going to be a meme, and I love it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I absolutely love it. Well, anybody else have any input before we move on?
The special guest that we have, Trey Smith, his one of his teammates, Tony Evans Jr. was killed today in Dallas with a shooting involving police and bystanders. So prayers out to the Wyoming football team and to his family.
Prayers to the family and everyone involved.
They actually also officially charged I'm having a brain fart, Andy Reid's son.
Oh, Britt Reid?
With 4th degree felony
Yeah,
aggravated assault / DUI.
That's all he got, really? That dude was high off his.
Yeah, that guy was gone.
I read they had some other police report posted, and so I guess he was getting onto the expressway. He sideswiped the car. He had no idea he sideswiped the car, and then he ran into another car, and that's when he got out of the car and called 911. Like, you have to be.
Because
and when
he was so
got
high.
to the hospital, they ended up basically he blew. It was like 3 hours later because I think he needed surgery or something. But the toxicology report came out as like 0.113 or something crazy. But the original when he just blew was like it was still pretty high anyways for being 3 hours later. So, and then I saw some article too where they came out and said, was Andy Reid distracted in the Super Bowl? Like, is that why that didn't go? I don't know.
No.
I mean,
I've read a article. This is a while back. This is when his first son committed suicide. But friends and family of Andy Reid said that he's like a low key bad dad, I guess, and beats his kids, and that's why all of them
he obviously needs to beat them a little bit more if they're getting in DUIs and hitting.
Well, his first son committed suicide, I think, like 6-7 years ago. So right when he joined the Chiefs, so they said that there's some problems in the Andy Reid house.
Well,
terrible.
I hate to hear it, but justice is served, I guess, or will be. We'll find out. So I don't know, but like we talked about, guys, at the beginning, and we have to elaborate this because it's been such a special week. Our Colts commentator Harish got married on Saturday to his lifelong love, Ariel.
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations.
And he got married on the same day that #1 overall Trevor Lawrence got married to his lifelong love, Marissa. And
Harish had the better wedding.
I'm just so happy that that Harish gets to share a wedding anniversary with Trevor Lawrence forever, because he absolutely hates the Jaguars, especially that they always lose to the Jaguars at home. And I just think, it's great. And he married a Cowboys fan, so even better.
Oh. Oof.
Man, don't sound so disappointed, guys. Calm
Jeez,
down.
no, I'm not
Be
disappointed at all.
happy
But
for everybody.
whew,
Why are you
I'm
guys
very
so
happy.
upset?
Listen, Harish had the best wedding that day. Okay, listen,
Maybe in
we
that
will.
time zone. Maybe in that time zone. Okay. I
No,
don't know.
that whole entire day, that whole entire day. I'm pretty sure what they're like an hour or two behind, maybe.
And actually, I digress, Chris, because did you hear what Jaguars Twitter did? Matt,
Um,
I'll let you talk about that one. Go ahead, Matt Grieve. Tell him what happened.
Talking about the registry.
Yes, the original person that
Well,
started it. His name is E_Dilla.
I think you might be a better one because you're actually like part of that history.
I mean, I'm the host. I didn't want to take it.
Oh no. This you're part of
We
it.
won't
Like
even count
you're
this as a Jaguar segue. This will be
if
a
you let
Sam
me take
segue.
it, if you
part.
let me
This will be
take
a
it,
Sam segue.
I'm gonna just run with it.
No,
bro.
we got to
Like,
hear it from the horse's mouth.
All right,
She
fine.
she was a part of this.
All right,
oh,
fine. So, kids, don't ever online shop late at night if you've ever consumed anything that inhibits your mental state. So,
Plus
it
claw.
happened to go online, go like viral. There's a guy by the name E_Dilla on Twitter who found Trevor Lawrence's wedding registry and posted it and said, we should get him something. And then one of the Big Cat Country.
Why? He should give you guys something.
That's what I wanted to say.
I mean,
He is.
He's
He's gonna
get-
bring us championships.
Yeah, he's gonna bring us.
Don't
Years
reward
and
him
years.
until he's done it. Don't
and
give
years.
the
Oh, they're
reward
already
before
there.
the deed.
So, anyways, it blows up. This guy writes back and was like, "No, seriously, we should." So, Dilla writes out like, "Hey, if anybody wants to send me some money, here's my Venmo. Let's buy him this toaster." It's this toaster that's like touchscreen and stuff, right? So people in like a matter of like an hour, he had received like $1,200. So he's like, then he like reached out to somebody who was like, and he was like, what should we do? And they were like, make a poll. So he made a poll. What should we do with the rest of the money? And everybody decided it was either buy gifts or donate to charity. And so then this lawyer stepped in, bought the toaster anyways. So then they had the money. They went ahead and bought a Dyson that was on there. And then I think as of today, they're at like $7,400. And they got in contact with Trevor Lawrence's agent, and they're going to donate it to a charity of his choice. But Sam only saw the original one with the wedding registry. I didn't see anything about charity and doing good deeds. I only saw the wedding registry part. And I was like, let's see what's left. So I get on there. Oh, a $200 chopping block. So I buy the chopping block, and I left him a little gift note. And I actually got featured on Sports Illustrated, but, not for my physique and athleticism. Which, keep dreaming.
So when you bought the chopping block, did you say this is what it's going to look like in about 5 years as a trading block, or
What's the note going to say when
I
he
just
demands a
figured-
trade?
I just figured he really needed it. His shoulder, he's got a bad shoulder. He's rehabbing. Gives a little bit of push, like some extra,
So this isn't the wedding gift. It's an omen, is what you're saying.
I mean, hey, listen. Anyway, I can't find what I said, but it's on Sports Illustrated. If
Are you
wanna find
hinting that he could get cut
it.
when you buy him a
basically
chopping block?
I like that. I like that thinking.
I basically said something along the lines of $200 is a lot of money for a chopping block, but I'm a sucker for the Jaguars and for puns. And just so you know, you'll never be on the chopping block with Jaguars fans. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Duval.
That's so weird. I think I heard you say the same thing about Jalen Ramsey.
Who? Who? Who's that? I've never heard of her. But anyways,
Listen, that regime is gone. We're starting new with the future Super Bowl winning MVP quarterback.
That's right. You
Yes,
guys.
and he will be a Super Bowl winning
I've
MVP
never
quarterback
heard of this
for the
Jalen
Minnesota
Ramsey
Vikings.
woman.
Ooh, I can't
Anyways,
wait to watch Trevor Lawrence with the Vikings.
The last
That's gonna be
thing I'll say-
sick.
Trevor Lawrence with the Vikings. is
The
gonna be
last thing I'll
amazing.
say about this situation, because I thought this was funny, this guy Kyle LeBrand bought a pillow that was on his registry and said, "Congrats, we look forward to beating the Titans and you coming home and having this pillow to rest your head on, Duval." And I thought that was great.
Can't wait for Urban Meyer to destroy this team.
Oh yes, because he's gone on to destroy so many teams like Ohio State and the
man.
University
Yeah,
of Florida. Like, get out
It
of here,
was
John.
so
Good.
funny.
I was about to say,
Oh, man.
I
I'm
was
done
about to
with the
say,
same segment.
Urban Meyer has not destroyed one team he's been on. They've
Anyways,
actually
listen, the Sam segment's over. I have to be non-biased again. Matt, do you have any updates from the Jaguars? I don't think there's been much.
All I'm gonna say is Nick Saban is probably one of the best college coaches of all time, but nobody wants to talk about the Miami Dolphins that he was the head coach of. That was just it's
Didn't work.
Okay,
the
for
pro
every
level and the
bad
college
for
level
every
is,
bad one, you
is-
have a
Jim
good,
Harbaugh.
Yeah, Harbaugh is a good story. Like for every
Yeah,
bad,
Jim Harbaugh went to the Super Bowl. What are you talking
And
about?
destroyed that team. And how many
No,
championships
not-
did they get?
No,
Pete
that was
Carroll.
He
no.
did.
Wait,
Pete Carroll.
wait.
Pete Carroll, yeah, Pete
This is
Carroll.
wait. Hold on. Going back to
Yeah.
There's only
Jim Harbaugh.
three. Wait, sorry, but there's only 3 head coaches that have won a college championship and a Super Bowl, right? Only 3.
there's about to be
You,
4.
you act like it's so easy to win a Super Bowl, though.
I'm saying it's hard for college coaches to be successful in the NFL.
It's hard for any
It's hard-
coach to be successful.
Wait,
Right.
in
It's
the
hard
NFL.
for any coach. To
Wait, so
win,
let me.
yeah.
I
but let me-
agree,
let me
but-
also go back to this though. Let me go back to this because we mentioned the 49ers and Jim Harbaugh. It
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
Jim Harbaugh that destroyed that team. It was actually, drum roll please, Trent Baalk who destroyed that team, who is now the GM for which team?
The Jacksonville Jaguars. But let's be honest here. Who's actually pulling the strings?
Trent Baalk.
No,
So
100%
We know-
not.
We know that the cons. We know that okay. So it's Urban Meyer that you have Trent Baalk, but I mean, let's be honest. The cons are busy doing AEW. You know, basically
But
getting
the
Chris
reason why
Jericho. He's
the
going to come
reason
back and
why
play
Urban
quarterback.
Meyer was brought there was because of Trent Baalk.
Well, listen. As soon as he said that he was hiring Tim Tebow on as an assistant, that's when I knew that this might actually be another shit show.
No, he's not.
Oh,
That
he's
was
not.
a rumor. That was fake.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. If I
That's
see
not
Tim
happening.
Tebow on the sidelines,
But also,
dude, if they
No,
get Tim
on-
Tebow, they're gonna win it all.
on
man.
the whole, Jim Harbaugh, he left because he got a fantastic deal from Michigan, and without a good head coach, they felt who they get Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly is what ruined the 49ers, not
They
Uh,
hired
Jim
Chip.
I got
They
some-
hired Chip Kelly as a scapegoat.
It
They-
was- it
I got
was-
some
that team was a
comments.
shit show before Harbaugh left the door.
I
it
got
was
some-
Baalk and Jed York. Jed York was another reason why.
Hey,
that
that's a really
49ers team
cool
went
story.
down.
I don't want to talk about Trent Baalke for the whole podcast.
Why?
Listen.
This is the
Oh, the
Jaguars. segment.
Jaguars.
I got some comments.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you haven't even let the Jaguars commentator talk. Jacoyus Whitmill says, "Man, it's become all about the Titans. When y'all finally talk Texans, I want to be on the show." But I think he's looking at my personal page where this live feed is going, and it says something about the Titan Scout. Like I said, we have a problem with Streamlabs, so that hasn't updated. This has nothing to do with the Titans. Oh, John's still here. John, you're still here? Oh, my bad. Okay, John's still here. My bad. Anyways, Anthony Gonzalez says...
What is happening?
Anthony Gonzalez says Urban Meyer is walking into the best situation out of all the previous coaches named. Matt Grieve. Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry.
We'll
Yeah.
let you take this
So
one
I
and we'll
mean,
wrap it up.
yeah, we have a horrible history. I'll be honest. The past few years have been disgusting outside of 2017, but we have a roster turnover. We have a staff front office turnover. So, I think the future's bright, and you watch any network, ESPN, NFL, that they all are in agreement that the future looks bright. We'll see. I mean, not every coach pans out coming from the college to the NFL, but not every coach pans out going from NFL to NFL. So there's only one coach that can win it every year, and it's generally been Bill Belichick. So But for the Jaguars, as far as news goes, really nothing. Cam Robinson finally signed his franchise tag, so we're stuck with him for another year. Um,
Yay.
uh, Fred Taylor, he actually got inducted into I think it's the Senior Bowl Hall of Fame or senior. Yeah, I think it's the Senior Bowl Hall of Fame for the college football. Um, I guess that's a little bit newsworthy. And I think the charity that Sam was talking about earlier, I think it's actually up to 7,800 or close to it.
That's awesome.
And if you need any eye candy, the stash has some new prints
that
out.
got posted on my Facebook.
Yeah,
It's good.
go
I
follow
like it.
go follow Sam if you
Yeah.
need some eye candy.
I didn't post it. My friend posted it on mine. But I've moved on. I feel like the chopping block, when I bought the chopping block, that was like like you guys know now that I've moved on from Minshew.
No, it's okay. Sam's obsessed, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's just like, you know,
It does.
he'll still have a mullet, so you still have those pictures to look at.
I don't even care about the mullet, okay? Nobody cares about mullets. I'm just kidding, Brandon Anderson, if you're watching. Anyways, I love his mullet because I cut it. It's one of my
Oh.
clients.
Well,
Don't
I
make that
mean,
face.
I don't know your daily in and
Boy,
out at the salon.
I'm
Sam.
not surprised that North Florida is full of mullets.
North Florida is just
Listen,
kind of a mix of South Georgia.
No, it's actually what's cool now, but I'm not surprised that you wouldn't know what's not cool now. So anyway, moving on. I actually was surprised the first time somebody asked me to cut a mullet, and I realized that that's what's trendy, and I was like, oh.
It's
like,
ironic.
No, really, and I was like, what? Oh.
Ironically
Anyway.
terrible.
So that's all for Jags, Matt? That's all you got?
That's it for Jags. That's
Yeah.
it.
All right. Cool.
Quiet week.
Well, next, Matt, do you have any Texans updates? Do we know anything else from Deshaun Watson? I know you guys signed somebody today. Give us a lowdown on that.
A third screen, whoever, somebody Walker guy, I haven't really paid attention to. But I have been paying attention to Justin Houston has came to Houston, close to signing him. Houston to Houston. I'm all aboard with that pickup. I hope they can pull it off. That just will strengthen the defense that he's trying to make. So with that Lovey Smith Tampa defense, you look great. So hopefully he pulls it off. And yep, I'm still eating the bag of Skittles that I got last year from the Hopkins trade.
Here it is. Texans are signing former Broncos second round pick DeMarcus Walker.
Oh yeah.
That's who you guys are. He's like, oh yeah. I mean, like
Okay.
I said this before. Like,
Hey,
I
you know
feel
what?
bad.
You're
I
gonna
kinda feel
remember
bad for
today's the
Houston fans
anniversary.
right now because, like, there's really no news except Deshaun Watson. It's like you don't even want to check the feeds because it's gonna be something else.
You know what? Since it is the Texans portion, I do want to call out somebody, and that's every single Texans fan that are throwing a hissy fit that Aaron Wilson got fired. That dude deserves to get fired. And you're a poor fan sticking up for a guy you never heard of over if they are or if they're not victims, there's still a possibility of them being victims. And you're going to call them terrorists. Uncalled for. That's disgusting. And you want to praise this guy. For what reason?
And
For what reason?
can I, as a woman, can I make a comment about that?
Go ahead. You have the floor. Go right
The
ahead.
only person who really is a terrorist in this would be Busby because these women are trying to stick up for themselves and he's using the media and, social media and the media itself keep having these press conferences and he's basically making a bigger stink around these women to hurt Deshaun Watson than he is to actually act like he's protecting them because it's giving him clout. So if anybody's the terrorist, it's Busby is the fucking terrorist. So
Well, 100%. I don't know. I'm not trying to go into the whole Deshaun Watson thing, but they have revealed, I believe, 9 names now. And
I
Deshaun
think
Watson,
they had to, right?
yes, they had to,
Yeah.
and more to come to follow. I think 2 are the only ones that said no, they're not going to do it. But it went from no, I never cheated on my girlfriend. I'm faithful. I never had any kind of relationship with these women. To oh yeah, I did. It's consensual. That's I
I did
mean,
not have sexual
right,
relations with that woman.
right. And for this guy to call him terrorist, come on, dude. That's it's poor taste. And any
Yeah.
fan who supports that dude is not a real fan. It's sickening. It's terrible. What if it was your daughter? Like I keep trying to tell people, what if it was your daughter? I guarantee you, if somebody called my daughter terrorist, I'd be the terrorist because I'd be blowing up their house straight up. Like
Well,
no,
and then they removed the Texans removed him. They had like this time of year, all the teams are kind of coming out with their little trailers, like get
intro. Yep,
excited, and they
yep,
removed him, didn't they?
yep. Well, the only thing you see of Deshaun Watson in their intro video is his picture in the background. That's the only thing you see of Deshaun Watson. He's nowhere to be found.
I mean, but that's kind of shitty too because like, what if they need to pick up a quarterback in the draft? Like, when are they gonna know? How can you conclude an investigation? What if
I
like
I honestly think I think they're doing a great job in just kind of letting it play out. Because I mean, you don't know if he's innocent. You don't know if he's guilty. You don't know if he's been Rossberger or Ray Caruth. You just don't know. So I mean, they're just saying, hey, look, we're taking a step back until we figure out what's going on. But now that the NFL and everybody else is getting involved, doesn't look good for Deshaun Watson. It really doesn't, especially with his character just went down the drain with that whole flipperoo.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he had a very squeaky clean sort
Oh
of
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
image. So
Yeah.
it's just shitty no matter what. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
Guys, you fans suck. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems to be the consensus everywhere right now.
Let's go Cardinals. Woo!
Actually, hold on. I have a funny story before we move on. Today, Jackson, we're in the car. Jackson's like, Mommy, what's your second favorite team? And I was like, I don't have a second favorite team. Like, you don't, that's not how that works. And he goes, okay, well, I have 3 favorite teams. And I was like, what? And he goes, well, my first one is that, what's the one that you said that JJ Watt went to play for? I was like, the Cardinals. Yes, the Cardinals. Then the Jags, and then I won't say the next one. And I was like, what is it? And he's like, the Dallas Cowboys. I was like, boy, I'm out. Get out of my car.
God.
Get out of my car.
Hey, with 3 favorite teams, are you sure his dad's not Michael Tessmer?
I know. Tessmer, if you're listening, come get your
Hey,
kid.
hey, listen. It
Child
could be
support.
worse. It could be
Yeah.
worse. He could be JT Faulkner.
No, but I couldn't. I was like, okay, I know he's a JJ Watt fan, but the Cowboys, I said, like, where did you even get that from? Like, come on. Anyway, whatever. So I guess we get to burn his Texans jersey now that JJ Watt left. So
Well, now you
Good
got to buy
news
him a
for
new
me.
one.
Just wait till I get there.
You're
I'll,
just gonna
I'll
give
burn
him
mine
another
with you
one.
guys.
well,
Why would you burn a jersey?
I mean, it's not
Why
going
would
to
you
fit
do
him in
that?
a year anyways. Come on now.
Oh,
He's not a Texans fan anymore.
I'm talking
He's a
to
JJ
Matt.
Watt
Like,
fan.
why
He's
is
a
Matt
Cardinals
burning
fan.
his JJ Watt jersey?
She just said it because I'm a Cardinals fan.
Yeah, JJ Watt's a Cardinal.
Did he not see my Cardinals jersey the other day that I got from
No.
China? Oh,
You got one of them?
Yeah. I just
you're doing
named.
it.
I made a name tag that said the Cardinals, and I safety pinned it over the Texans. my Chinese jersey. So
All right,
Yeah, I don't-
Chris Jackson, what's going on with the Colts? And
Well, first off, the Colts franchise just celebrated one of their own getting married once again, and I'll go ahead and say it once again: best wedding that day. As far as I'm concerned, don't really care much for any of the other ones. Couple interesting things though. One thing that I did see was that Pat McAfee was out kicking, and he was just doing some regular, just I guess just drills or whatever it may have been. But he says that he may have something coming up. So I don't
You know what he meant by
that's
that?
supposed to
Yeah, he's
mean.
got a
What he meant by
podcast
that?
coming up.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, I mean, it's
What he
only
what he
like
meant
a
by
big
that is that
podcast.
Matt Briggs has been tweeting him
He
for
said he's got some-
70 something days straight, and he
He had some
finally
direct messages to
wrote
respond
us
to.
back. We're waiting on your
76.
response. We're waiting
No.
on your response.
Hang on, you haven't let up, right?
No,
Okay.
but I haven't since he responded. I did give him a break.
No.
Hold
You
on,
lost
hold on.
him. You
Hold
lost
on,
him.
no. Hold on. I gave him a break. I didn't tag him in it. But if he don't answer within the next week, you better believe my ass is gonna start tagging him again. Bop, 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 bop. Let's
Yep,
go.
listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. But he said he may have something coming up, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's
whether
got a
that's
big podcast
segue.
coming up.
That's whether that's a segue into something else. What's going on? Listen, I don't know. I mean, I follow Pat McAfee. He's hilarious. We'll see. But either way, that's fine. And then I know we mentioned Fred Taylor earlier going into the Senior Bowl Hall of Fame. Reggie Wayne is also getting inducted into that same class as well. So that was another big thing. And right now, I think the biggest news that we've had team wise was that the Colts are keeping tabs on Clowney. I don't know what that means, but good.
Heard a
Keep
lot
as
of
many
teams say
tabs as
that.
long as you don't give him any actual
You know
money.
what? You know what I call that? Buying the playbook. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, no, fuck that. No, I'd rather not.
That's the only reason why interdivision teams, like, we all know that Clowney's like, so they just want to buy that Titans playbook.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Why?
I mean,
Did you see that Titans? Did you see that Titans defense? You don't want to take any of those plays.
Those are some world beaters over there.
yeah, honestly, it's just like if you
taco.
want to get the Titans playbook, I'm pretty sure you could just go on Madden. I mean, that's pretty much what they're doing on defense anyway.
I'm
It's
just
just like
saying.
it's
It's always
literally
funny to
nothing
me
there.
when teams do that.
Cover two,
Hey,
cover two.
I do want to give a shout out again to Haris. But you know the good thing is he did marry a Cowboys fan, so she would admire that ring that she has over and
Listen,
over.
I always joke
That's
around
the
with
only
Harish.
ring she's gonna see.
I always joke around with Harish whenever the kids are being annoying and I'm talking to him. I'm like, hey, go live with your new dad. Like, I call Harish their new dad. And then now it's like that makes sense because now Jackson has a new mom, which is Ariel, and she's a Cowboys fan. So
There you go.
set up. He's
Right.
set.
Hey, listen, Sam. It's only a matter of time before you come out and you actually say that your second team is the Colts.
She
That'll
does
never
have a
happen.
T-shirt.
The only
She does
reason
have a T-shirt.
The only reason there's a photo of me in the T-shirt is because I lost a bet. Thank you.
Are you sure? Because it
Yes.
doesn't look like the kind of shirt you lose a bet with.
Yeah, it says Colts jumper on the back of it. Yes,
Hey.
I 100% lost a bet.
Chris,
It's okay,
Chris,
Sam.
ask her about the AFC South trivia.
I was
Sports
there.
Host.
I was there. You literally, I think you answered everything wrong except the Peyton Manning questions. Like
She,
it was you.
she
You
got
answered
every question wrong except for the Colts. Every Colts
question you got
Every
right.
single.
You got Jags questions wrong, but you got them
No.
Colts questions down.
Once again,
pat.
in my defense, they said when was the inaugural season? It was 95 was the first year that they played. They were founded in 93, so they messed up that question.
Oh,
And
is
I
that
got
so?
I got an equal number of Jags questions right as I did Colts questions. Thank you very much. I think I might have got one more Colts question right. But that's only because of the whole 95-93 thing that they messed up on their trivia.
Yeah,
Sir.
I don't know about all that. For somebody who doesn't follow the Colts that much, he sure did answer those
You want to
questions
know
with
why?
the
Because
Smith
I can't.
giggity.
You want to know why? Because I can't get you to stop talking about.
Ma'am, you talk about the Jags so much, I know exactly which lot something is supposed to happen in.
Well, that's because that's a major deal for our team.
Yeah, I mean, in Jackson
I mean,
City.
go in AFC South.
Yeah, the
fan
point
battle group
is-
right now.
the
The
point
only
is-
people that you see talking right now are Colts fans and Titans fans. Colts fans use logic, and Titans fan goes, "Oh, I like mayonnaise." So it's not that
Hey,
hard.
wait a minute.
and shirtless.
Every
shirtless
Titans fan
pictures.
except for this one.
That's because you're like a realist and you're actually like talk bad about your team. They're just like, everything is great and Tannehill's the best and Henry's gonna take us to the Super Bowl forever, Hellmans.
Hey, you forgot shirtless pictures of Derrick Henry too.
That too.
Yeah,
Sure.
like,
Derrick Henry is the best running back in the AFC.
you see his pecs?
The whole NFL, look at him working out on a flexed band, doing push-ups on a ball with a chain around his neck, shirtless.
You just swap Derrick Henry to Trevor Lawrence, and that's exactly what you sound like.
No, I don't sound like that with Trevor Lawrence, sir. I sound like that with Gardner Minshew. Let's be honest.
I was about to say, you got your quarterbacks mixed up.
Yeah.
But anyway. So, Chris, do you have anything to add for the Colts before we moved on to mayonnaise?
Other than that, the only other thing that I saw other than Clowney was they did Colts did a virtual meeting today with Asante Samuel Jr. So that might be a thing in the draft. I don't know. Smoke screens, this time of year. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, mock draft week next week. We should have some more info. It should be good. Okay, Captain Mayonnaise for the Titans. What do you have to say?
Hey, I thought we established I wasn't Captain Mayonnaise. I was the anti-mayonnaise guy.
You know what, John? You're right. You're not mayonnaise. You're Miracle Whip. Go ahead.
Captain Miracle.
Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. Oh, who eats Miracle Whip?
Miracle
Does
Whip.
it?
Me as a child, because my mom made me because she was on
Wrong.
Watchers every 6 months.
We are as boring as Miracle Whip over in Titans Camp. There's not much going on. I've seen we hired Jim Schwartz to do something with the defense, some sort of advisor and whatnot, but it's that time of year. Free agency buzz has died down. Everyone's just waiting for the draft, so it's pretty quiet.
That's actually a good signing. Y'all's best defense ever was under Greg Schwartz.
Yeah, but he's not really like he's just, I don't know what he's doing. It's, if he was the defensive coordinator, I'd feel a little bit more excited about it. But
well, he's still an advisor.
he's in the building. That's great. It's hard to do worse than what we did. So
Did you Eddie George?
Oh yeah, Eddie George.
You got
Oh,
a
what I
coaching
missed.
gig at Tennessee
State.
University? Yeah.
Good for him.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Titan. They said we're
I mean,
quiet.
you don't have a lot to do when you have no cap space.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, and you spend
if you
$46
go
million
on
on Bud
Titans
Dupree.
Twitter, all you see are like their players working out. That's
Yeah,
all.
it was
Titans
like the
Twitter
last 2
starting to
weeks.
swoop.
The last 2 weeks in the Titans' social media has been here's a shirtless pic of somebody lifting weights, and guess what? This person's cut. Oh, now this person's cut. This person's cut. Oh, here's another weightless or a shirtless weightlifting gig. So
Yeah.
that's all it is.
I'm just saying,
gotta
as a
say,
Titans fan, I would have been really pissed off about that because you were like trying to break that man's neck.
Yeah.
I gotta say this about Titans Twitter. Because we run the AFC South fan battle.
Well, here's the
Twitter
thing.
page. We follow each team's Twitter. So
you do more than I, since I don't have a Twitter. So you guys are more into that.
Well, the Titans wish their fans happy birthday, and I'm a big fan of the show Psych, and the actor. Come to find out, he is a Titans fan, so I can't watch no more shows of him involved. Sorry, Psych. It was good while it lasted.
Isn't it over already?
Every time it comes on reruns, bro. Come on, what are you talking about?
God,
Listen, that show's ended about 3 times, and
Yeah.
somehow they always end up coming back again.
They also like shirtless pictures of men because they tweeted that Brogue kick was as deadly as the Derrick Henry stiff arm. Congrats to the new United States champion at. I don't know WWE, so y'all are gonna. I'm butchering.
Sheamus, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and they tweeted a picture of him with his belt shirtless. So
How do you not know wrestling when your owner is like the biggest wrestling fan of all time?
That's fine. He owns AEW. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, you're not gonna talk about.
I don't like to watch
Sam. You can like whatever you like. It's fine. You don't have to like everything your owner likes.
Exactly. Thank you,
Yeah,
John.
like bumpers, like bumpers. That's where he made his billions.
Thank you. I don't have to like
bumpers.
wrestling. I'm sorry. I don't
to.
like
Exactly.
toxic masculinity soap operas because it's all fake.
Are you gonna talk about?
It's still real to
Topic.
me, damn it.
You gonna talk about Mike Tyson and Urban Meyer hugging each other on the 50-yard line?
Mike Tyson is a Jaguars fan.
Yeah, him and Urban Meyer were at the AEW.
It's my
pay-per-view.
cover photo on Facebook right now. That's amazing.
Is it?
Yeah. Mike Tyson's the man. And he's Duval. He's Duval till we die.
That's my next Twitter annoyance is I'm going to Twitter Mike Tyson until he comes on.
Oh, you don't want those problems. You
Day
don't
one,
want
Mike Tyson.
I don't
Come
know
on.
if you've seen Mike Tyson's podcast, but that man is watch one of his podcasts. That man is insanity. I love it, but
He's been that way for some time.
Well,
ever.
like I said,
Ever.
next week we or John, do you have anything else to add? I'm sorry.
Nah, there's nothing of note. It's that.
Yeah, there's not that much to talk about.
It's the dead time. Yeah.
Next week we're gonna have, like everybody will be on kind of talking about their it'll be a little bit different of a format. We're not going in order. We'll kind of like talk about our mock drafts and what we think is gonna happen, predictions. Like we're about to get in it.
Wait, I have to do a mock
span
draft?
between Super Bowl and the draft is so depressing. Like I'm just so
And then the
Free
draft and then
free
week
agency's
one.
fun for a minute.
it's just like so much. There's like just too much going on. I'm like, and then we get to the draft and everybody's happy because half the time people are complaining with free agency. The draft,
Fucking
everybody's
Texans
happy.
fans.
I like a good old fashioned who wants to make a million story. You know what I mean? Like just like that overnight, you're a millionaire. The moms are crying. Oh my God, I'm never going to have to live outside of an assisted living,
Yeah, we'll get ourselves a $1,200 toaster.
The
300.
the
Oh,
white
sorry.
girls who
Still too much.
the white girls who sit next to Russell Wilson thinking she's gonna make it big and then get dumped for
and then
Sierra.
and then he leaves you for Sierra.
Yeah.
But
Can't be mad about that one.
Yeah.
I do want to mention
Chick-fil-A
before we log off
shit
that
like
we're
donkey.
running a contest right now.
Uh-oh.
If you go on Twitter, follow at AFCSFB. That's AFC South Fan Battle. So I'll say it again. Wait, I always butcher this. AFCS. Yep.
F.
B.
Do you want to do it, Chris?
LMNOP.
AFCSFB.
Yes, there you go.
AFCSFB. Now we've said it so many times that if you're still listening at this point, you're never gonna forget it. Anyways, go on there. You'll find the post. All you have to do is retweet it, follow our page, retweet it, and then comment under it with your team's tag. So like with who you think you're gonna draft. So for example, hashtag Duval, Trevor Lawrence, or whatever your team is. Do that. You'll be in the drawing to win a draft hat, and we're picking one fan from every team.
Oh, well, that's a freebie right there.
Hashtag
We all know they're
Texans.
taking Trevor Lawrence.
Well, no, you don't have to pick who it is. All you have to
Oh, you don't have to guess it right? I was like, oh,
No,
come on.
No, it's gonna be going on until Thursday at 10. And like I said, all you have to do is retweet it with who you want them to pick up
I
first.
gotcha.
So you
I
have the comment.
thought we had to get it right. I was like,
No.
Mine is hashtag Texas
stack the
Nation.
deck.
Jesus, because he's the only one that can save this franchise.
Yeah, Jesus don't want to do that type of work. He just like, I'm gonna sit this one out.
And he's got a few lawsuits against him.
He's like,
Yeah.
I'm out of Miracle, guys. I'm sorry, can't do it.
He's like literally chilling next to Bill O'Brien and Little Nas X. He's like,
Oh, that is terrible.
no, hold on, I didn't mean timeout. That is not what I meant. That is not what I meant. That is not what I meant.
Chris went, whoa, that's what I feel.
Yeah,
That is not what I meant.
I was like,
I like when Sam realized what she said and went, oh, wait.
That is not
You just saw her face. Her face was like, like,
That is
oh,
not
shit.
what I meant.
yeah, I looked away immediately. We're gonna just,
Sam's getting canceled.
oh man.
After that
God
comment, she
forgive
is.
me for that. That is not what
Oh
I
God,
meant.
you better hope this doesn't make it to TikTok. They're gonna roast you alive.
No white woman 2020.
Oh, Lord.
Man. No, I just really hope that my brother, who's a pastor, isn't watching because what?
He knows who
I'm
his
telling you,
sister is.
Not
it's-
what I meant.
You
He
gotta go
knows
on
who
Twitter.
his sister is.
You
Come
gotta
on.
go on Twitter. It's gonna be atheist Sam Wernette hashtag.
But
Like-
if I had to mention, Jesus loves everybody. Little Nas X and Bill O'Brien, even though.
Does he though?
I
I mean,
mean,
the little Nas
Yes,
X,
he
I
does.
believe. The little Nas X, I believe, but Bill O'Brien, nobody
I'm
can
about to
love.
say,
Yeah,
it's
you're
just
right
like
about that. Maybe he doesn't.
Nobody
love
can
Bill
love Bill.
I'm telling you, it's just like there's a couple angels in heaven right now holding back Jesus. Like I'm telling you, she got one more time.
The only
No.
people that love Bill O'Brien is the Skittles company. That's the
No,
only
they
people.
know better. They know better. They're sitting up there going, "Oh God, again."
Like,
Man, this is the one. This is the one I got to be the guardian of.
they're
God.
rubbing their temples like, oh.
Here she
I'm telling you,
goes.
they're up there looking like they just ran 3 games of pickup ball and 80-degree weather. Like Jesus,
Hey,
it just doesn't stop.
They also know that it's 11:20 Eastern, and I'm exhausted because I have small children, and sometimes
Excuses.
when it's this late, I might do crazy things like say Jesus is hanging out with Little Nas X or buy a chopping block
I'm
on
telling
wedding
you,
registry.
listen. You were about to get struck down,
He's a
man.
big
You just said it again.
Jesus
I
a big
know,
fan
but I
of Lil
didn't
Nas.
even mean it.
Jesus could be a big fan of Lil Nas. We don't know.
Yeah, because he doesn't judge anybody. Anyways,
Well,
we're getting
John,
now.
you're
This
in
is not
Utah, so
religion.
you're
Let's-
already in purgatory right now.
Oh man.
So I mean that's a thing. We already know that. Jesus looking at you like, we'll just keep him there.
Man, I can't wait to edit all of this out.
It's live, baby.
Try
Be
if
live.
you may.
He's like, I would punish her, but she's a Jags fan, so that's punishment enough.
Somebody
Yeah.
watching, save the clip.
Somebody has a Twitter that says it's called God Hates Jags.
I mean,
telling
he's
you.
not lying.
Jesus is up there writing 2023, moving him to London.
That'll be when Trevor Lawrence wins the Super Bowl is with the London Jaguars.
Oh my gosh.
At least my kid won't be named after it. I'm already set up for it. Okay. Anyways, guys, make sure you check out the contest on Twitter. Don't check out some of the things that I say because it's way too late at night. And make sure you tune in next week, like I said, for our mock drafts. And we're gonna have Jimmy Smith's son on here. We thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great night, and we will see you next week.
All right, guys.